Okay,
perfect.
So now we'll move over to Malati Didi, who is like 2 steps away from Prakash Atma Prabhu. So Malati Didi, if you would kindly come and share some memories of Srila Gurudeva with us, that'd be most wonderful.
I think turn the videos off for the connection.
Malati Didi, you just have to press unmute.
The connection, it became very bad. Do you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. I'm just going to switch off my video too, so just so that it makes it easier for you. Okay, Dee?
Okay, because I'm not sure if you can hear me. That's why.
Yeah, we can hear you. No worries. We can hear you.
Om Gyanatimirahasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshura Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Gurave Gurachandra Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namaha. I'm offering my humble obeisances to my dearest Srila Gurudev, Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajikacharya, Ashtotara Shata Shishimat Bhaktivedanta Narayana Gosvami Maharaj, to all our Guru Parampara and to all the Vaishnavas whom I've met and who I will be meeting as well, to all of my Dandavat pranams. Before it was darkness, everything we had to leave before we've met the Guru doesn't really have any importance and any power. Krishna had appeared 5,000 years ago. He was present on this planet. Then he appeared again as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu 500 years ago, and he performed his wonderful leelas on this planet. And then all our Guru Varga, the great Mahatmas, were coming and inspiring the whole planet with their presence and with their instructions. And the fortune of ours is that 100 years ago, almost, we're going to celebrate soon, Srila Gurudev have appeared on this planet and gave us sense of life. That's what happens when you meet Guru, Sri Guru, like Srila Gurudev. I've heard beautiful presentations, beautiful offerings of different Vaishnavas when they were saying that they were looking for a Guru and they were praying a lot. Very often they were praying to Srila Prabhupada, please send us, come yourself, or send us a beautiful sadhu sangha. And eventually, since they were absorbed so much by their service and by their prayers, they had a chance to meet Srila Gurudev. And this is just a perfect example of the mercy of his. But I want just to go further, because in my case, I wasn't even praying to meet a Guru. I didn't have any knowledge actually of Gaudiya Vaishnavism and of this wonderful path. But Sri Guru Deva, being so compassionate and so magnanimous, he knows the heart of everyone, and he does everything himself, actually. what happened is in 1996, I have met some devotees from ISKCON. I became interested by the path of Krishna consciousness. I started to chant, going to the ISKCON temple back in Montreal. As a visitor, of course, I didn't join. I never lived in the mud, but I was coming and listening to the classes, and somehow got attracted. Then at one point I just said I have to go to India and I have to discover Vrindavan by myself, because it became so attractive, and so everything made sense, whatever I read from Bhagavad Gita at that time. And later on, I've just realized that it was all Gurudev's plan, actually. So he will take someone completely ignorant, and he still will take care of him, and he will make him go through different stages. Like, it was him actually who brought me to Vrindavan. First I went to Navadvip, and I had mercy of Nityananda Prabhu visiting the Eka Chakra, and then I traveled to Vrindavan, where I also stayed in ISKCON, in the temple, having darshan of beautiful deities. And Srila Gurudev had sent one disciple of his who I've met there, and who gradually was showing me all the beautiful places of Vrindavan. And Gurudev was not there at that time. And he was showing and talking Katha of Srila Gurudev without even telling me that this comes from Srila Narayana Gosvami Maharaj, because he knew I was like so new, and I was in ISKCON, so he didn't know like how I would react and so on. So I had this beautiful parikrama of Vrindavan, and just the last day before going back, he gave me the tapes of Srila Gurudev. He said, please, this is someone very special. You have to listen to his classes. And I was very happy. I came home and I started listening to the classes, and I read some of his books. And a year later, I have met him. It was in New York State, Lake Washington. It was a festival there, and we went with my mom, Lila Dasi, and another devotee. We went there, and there where I had my first meeting with Srila Gurudev. So all by his plan, but so discreet you cannot even understand what's going on. And of course, like Prakashatma was saying, the meeting with Srila Prabhupada, when I've met Gurudev, we were invited just to have a little darshan for those who never seen Gurudev, to come and have his darshan for the first time. So we were sitting in the room and waiting, and then he entered the room, and I just started crying because of the heart, which is so dirty, and at once you meet a pure devotee, you meet beloved of Radha Krishna conjugal. And of course, I was extremely impressed. So much happiness, so much joy. I just felt, even without having any knowledge, any understanding of how important is the Guru Tattva, who is the Guru. I didn't know. I was chanting mantras, but still not understanding, why do I have to have a Guru? Why do I have to serve him, and so on? But it did happen. I received, I asked for the initiation, and Srila Gurudev was so merciful to accept me as his disciple. Harinam and Diksha, yes, he gave us, and then the spiritual path started to begin. So how much we have learned from Srila Gurudev. Sometimes I forget. I'm thinking, yeah, it's kind of, I know this I've heard, but then I just stopped myself and I started remembering how much, and it's absolutely amazing. We had chance to hear from his lotus mouth. We heard Brihad Bhagavatamritam of Sanatana Goswami, how Gop Kumar was traveling through all the abodes, all the spiritual abodes, to get to his final destination, to meet his Ishtadev, and about all the gradations of devotees. How often Gurudev explains, so we can understand really the different levels of devotees, starting from Prahlad Maharaj, and then Hanumanji, and then Pandavas, and Uddhava, and Brajabasis, and the gopis, and the most of the most gopis, Srimati Radhika, and how he taught us Madhurya Kadambini by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. He was always saying, like, you have to check your pulse, you have to see where you're standing at, to know where you really are. The descendants of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how important it was for him, so that we understand why have he descended, what are the reasons of his descendants on this planet, and to experience all the moods of Srimati Radhika, and the way she loves Sri Krishna. So many tattvas was given to us many times, over and over again, and this is something which we'll never forget through all our life, and we still can explore more and more. And Rupa Shiksha and Sanatana Shiksha, Roy Ramananda Sambad. I was so impressed to hear from Gurudev, Roy Ramananda Sambad, how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was asking Roy Ramananda about the goal of life, and eventually going all the way to the Rasaraj Mahabhava, which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu manifested to Roy Ramananda, to Vishaka Didi. So this is, all these memories will never leave us, and we will always relish it. And the main goal that he was always saying, you have to buy when you buy the ticket, you have to know where you're going. And this final destination, he always explained to us, where are we going? That Radha Dasyam is our final destination, and that all our Guru Parampara, they all Manjaris, that they all Radhika's servants. And he was saying that you have to remember that if something is not related to Radhika, we're not interested. Everything we do in life, everything has to be in relation to Radhika. And he was saying, who is Krishna? Krishna is the prananath of our Swamini Srimati Radhika. And that is so important for him and for us, of course. He was always saying, like, we should not control anything in this world. It's impossible. We just have to surrender and try to serve our Ishtadev, and to serve Gurudev, of course. And he was so attached, he is always attached to Srimati Radhika, and he will give so many details. The one I remember just listening from him recently, when he was saying about Bival Mangal Thakur, who was more in tendency to serve Krishna, and he would describe beautifully how Radhika is doing archana of the light which emanates from the toenails of Krishna. And Gurudev was saying, but we don't want this, meaning that we're not gonna worship Krishna when he's worshipped by Radhika. We are completely submissive to Radhika, and we want to glorify her. We want that Krishna is always glorifying and serving Radhika. That was the mood of Srila Gurudev, and that is so precious, so precious for me. And of course, now life is not the same, because even though we know that it's very important to serve Guru's instructions and not just his bodily form, still the separation is very big, because I'm weak, and even though he's always saying, don't be weak, don't be weak, you have to be strong, you have everything for you. And then I catch myself and I say, yes, I don't have right, actually. After everything Srila Gurudev gave me, how can I be weak? Otherwise it just stays as a sentiment, nothing more than that. So I don't have right to be weak. I will try to do everything to fulfill the desires of Srila Gurudev, his Manavishtam. At the end, how many months we have to wait? If we have to wait, we will. So today I just pray so that attachment to Srila Gurudev and that affection to him, it's not going to be just a sentimental feeling. So eventually, so that it will become a real dedication, so that every step you make, any action you do in life, every thought you have in your head, so that everything will be only done in a devotion to Srila Gurudev and a service to him, and eventually in a service to Radha Krishna conjugal under his guidance. Thank you very much for wasting your time with me, because I'm sure there are other Vaishnavas who could be much more inspiring. So I appreciate the time of all of you, which you gave me. Thank you. Jai Gurudev.
Hey, thank you so much, Malati Didi, and you definitely didn't waste any. I think I can speak for everyone that's listening to this, that you have not wasted anyone's time. You know, these gems, these things that Srila Gurudev has given us is just like, you know, I always get lost for words when realizing or thinking about what Srila Gurudev has given, this gravity of what he's given. And you know, Srila Gurudev used to always say that he wanted that we preach his mission, Srila Mahaprabhu's mission, and that he came to, you know, make us qualified to be able to do this. And you know, Bhakti Rakshashida Maharaj in his book, Shri Guru and His Grace, explains this part in one of the chapters, and he says it's like Shri Guru comes to form an army, and we must do our part in being the soldiers of that army and doing the command. So, you know, we've got to take into, you know, I hear Sripad Siddhanta Maharaj say this a lot, that we have to also take responsibility for our Sri Guru. The same way he's taken responsibility for us, we should also take that responsibility in pushing this mission forward any way we can, even if it's by just distributing one book. It's something progressing towards Srimad Mahaprabhu's mission. So thank you for reminding me and encouraging me, actually, that I've got to do something in respect to encouraging in pushing myself and my Gurudev's mission across. So thank you so much, Dee. You've given me a lot to contemplate. So thank you so much.